Welcome to the Corner Office Podcast. I am here today with a very, very special guest, Tiagz. You know, you came from Ottawa, but now you're an LA boy. Just introduce you a little bit. A straight Ottawa legend, 4.2 million on TikTok. You got the music game on lock, so welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here.
Yeah, I'm happy you reached out now that you're back for 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
2
was
weeks.
it's just like visiting family and friends, or what?
Yeah, family mainly, and my dog. I have a dog, golden retriever. So, yeah.
Boy, girl,
Girl, Hannah.
That's Hannah. How old is she?
She's 15.
Oh.
Oh no, wait, she's 12. My bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
You can bring her out to LA. A
I'm
family
like,
dog. Or
I
what?
can't take care of her because I'm always like working in
Oh,
LA.
yeah,
So
that makes
I'd rather
sense.
her be here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about like growing up in Ottawa. How many years were you here?
Yeah, man. So it's quite interesting because like I was born in Ottawa, and I lived 9 years in Ottawa since a kid. So I had like my childhood here, but then my dad we weren't like financially stable, right? And my dad got an offer for a job to Belgium, and then so. He was like, okay, I'm going to take it. He took it, and then we ended up moving to Belgium. So I lived at the age of 9 to 17 living in Belgium. Yeah.
All right. So that's like prime years of like molding your what you like, what you're into, the kind of music you're into.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. 100%.
Okay. So what kind of influence? Like, how was Belgium, by the way?
Dude, Belgium, it was such an interesting phase in my life because, like, first of all, they speak French, so I'm like, they just threw me halfway in the year of school, and I didn't know any French, so like I was like I gotta adapt myself completely to a new stage of my life. So I started to learn French. It was very hard because like I didn't have like friends and stuff like that. So I started to learn French, and then wait, what? I forgot the question.
So it's like, how was it growing up? Like, how different is it?
So very different. I used to play soccer. I was a very big soccer guy. I'd play, pretty often, and then I started to get interested in dancing, because
Like, what kind of dance? Like ballet or
no,
fuck
like like some hip hop, crump,
Okay.
popping, locking. But it was first there was a trend going on. It was the jerking dance. It was like, you're a jerk.
Teach me how to jerk.
Yeah, teach me how to
Yeah.
jerk. And it was going on in my high school. And in high school, I was kind of like just a regular dude. No, I didn't really get attention, nothing. And then I saw those guys do that dance, and everybody was like, "Yo, that's sick!" Like, oh, whatever. So I was like, "Damn, like I want to learn that. I want to be like those guys." So I started to like learn the dance. How do I dance? How do I like? So I even paid like this guy $2, €2. Like, yo, bro, teach me. Then I started to learn the dance, and when I got good at it, the trend died. But I was like, yo, like this is sick. So I kept on doing it, and then I started to become like the cool kid or whatever of doing the dance and whatever, and then but yeah,
it must be hard, like, and then like just dipping Belgium. Like you made so many friends there.
Yeah, that too.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, like I made so many friends. It was great. And then because my dad's job is temporary because he was a diplomat, right? So it lasted. I think it lasted like 9 years. Yeah. And then we had to move back to Venezuela because we really didn't have anywhere to go, and my family was in Venezuela. So I grew up there just not knowing anyone, and then I started to look up dancers and live a community, and that was when I got there. I started to train because I was like I have nothing, right? And that was the first time I picked up a weight, and then I started to start lifting whatever, and then train. It was every day, literally every single day, weightlifting and then training dance. And then that's how I kind of formed my discipline growing up.
How old
there.
were you then?
I was 17 at the time, yeah. And I lived there for 6 months. But those 6 months really, in terms of discipline, that was like the lesson that I learned, because growing up in Belgium, you know, I was a teenager, so I'd go out, get drunk, avoid practice. I would never train dance. I'd just do it like outside. Yeah. But that's
and then from Venezuela, you moved back to Ottawa.
Yeah, it's from Venezuela. I think it was my mom. She my mom and dad, they decided like, hey, like let's go back to Canada. Like it's a good living, whatever. And then we moved back to Canada, and then again the whole thing of like starting over again.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. It was a little bit easier though, because like when I got to the high school, I remember it was like my third day, and I was always like, you know, where the principal's office are, and I was always sitting there because like I didn't know anybody. And I came out that day, and then there's this like guy, he's like the president of the school. This was in Notre Dame High School, and it's in Carling. Okay. And he was like, yeah, man, are you new here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm new. He's like, oh, dude, there's like a huge dance battle that's going to happen. Like, you should definitely pull through. And I was like, oh, like, I'm a dancer. Like, I want to be part of it. It's like, yeah, man, just pull through. Don't worry. Like, I got you, whatever. So then I tell my parents, yo, there's a dance battle tomorrow. Like, I want to go. And then next day comes, and then it's recess. It's lunch break. And then everybody is in the cafeteria, like the whole school. And then the dancers are like preparing and stuff. And then I just like, I didn't know anybody. I just went in.
That's got balls, man. You got balls.
Man. Because like I was like, yo, this is my chance. It's here or like nothing. So I went in, and then he's like, okay, you too. And then the guy was like doing some moves, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you. And then I just went, I just did some break dance stuff. I used my hat, levitated it, and the school was like,
it was crazy.
It was crazy. It was a cool moment. And then the next day, I was like, oh my god, I was like the talk of the whole school, which was like a really good time. Yeah, it was fun.
So then, like transitioning from dancing to music, was that like easy for you?
Dude, it was tough, man. It was tough because it wasn't mostly tough like transitioning. It was mostly the opinions of others getting into my head, because you know, I was like dancing, but then when I was dancing, I was like, yo, like nobody really like cares a lot about dancers these days. Like all these dancers have these dreams of like, oh, like my dream is to tour with Beyonce, or my dream is to tour with Chris Brown. And I was like, yo, like I want to be Chris Brown. Like I want to be that guy. I don't want to, you know, be a background dancer. Like I love dance, but I don't like how it's looked at, right? So I was like, you know what? I think I want to start music. And I remember this was in the days of like, you know, when Blues Fest. Is it still hot?
It's like okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Blues Fest came. And everybody was so excited about these artists. And I'm like, yo, like, why don't people care about dancers as much? Like, and I also didn't feel completely fulfilled. Like, I also tried vlogging, but it wasn't so fulfilling. So I was like, you know what? Then I would listen to music, and every time I'd be like, damn, like, I just have a drive in me that really wants to do music. So I was like, you know what? And, it was tough because, like, I'm dancing. It's been, 9 years that I'm dancing, and then suddenly just changing into music. It was, like, big for me. So, you know, I was like, you know, let me just, like, look up the stuff, like, whatever.
You had no idea what to do.
Nothing. I just looked up on YouTube, like, what do I need for a home studio? What do you need to record music? Just searching up every single little thing. And then... yeah, I went on Kijiji. I bought, like, this old microphone. It was, like, an MXL, like, just, like, a normal microphone. And I remember the guy was selling it, like, oh, yeah, I make beats or whatever. And then I was like, okay, cool. And I started to do all the research. And then everybody, I would start posting content about music. And then people would tell me, like, yo, dude, stick to dancing. Like, don't go into music. Like, stick to dancing. Like, that's your thing.
Don't you hate that, though?
Oh, man.
People like tell you not to do it because they just don't want to do it.
Dude, it's like, it's funny because like now they tell me stick to music, don't do dancing, when they didn't even know that I'm like, I've been dancing for like my whole
that's
life.
so fun. That's ironic.
That's funny. But Yeah, no, I had a lot of people, even close people, tell me like, yo, like if you want to be a musician, you gotta go to LA, you gotta do this, 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 and I'm like, man, like I just didn't take any opinion into.
So you're pretty strong minded.
Yeah, I could say that.
Like,
yeah,
if you put your mind to it, like that you're doing it.
yeah, definitely. And what really helped me was the advice. I think it was a Ty Lopez advice. I don't know if you're familiar with
No, I don't know
that.
who that is.
It's like one of the first guys that I would watch on social media. It's the guy that he's like, you know what, hey, Lamborghini in my garage, but you know what I like more about materialistic stuff? Knowledge. You haven't never heard of it?
No, I don't know who that is.
This is one guy. And
okay, I'm gonna look him up.
and he gave the advice like, hey, like if you want the Lamborghini, why are you listening to Toyota's driver's advice? You're gonna just end up getting a Toyota. And thanks to that advice, that got me through like so much stuff in order for me to become who I am today. Because like it's like why are you gonna listen to your friend on how to become a music superstar? Is he a music superstar? No, then why are you gonna listen to his advice? And that just clicked for me.
Yeah.
So I was able to handle a lot of like the different opinions. It was mostly hard because like, you know, my parents also had an opinion. That one hurt a little bit more because, you know, it's your parents, right?
Yeah.
But I just learned how to like program my mind and be like, nah. Like
It's an immigrant thing though. That's
man.
That's a thing, you know, like they want you to go to school. They don't want you to get a job and live a regular life. This stuff is not, it's not like it's not supported all the time, right? So at least for me, I mean, I can speak for a lot of Asians. Like that's not a thing, man.
Yeah, no, Latinos the same, man. Like,
yeah.
I remember I told my dad, like, oh, one day I'm gonna travel the world and, you know, do what I do.
Yeah,
like,
quit dreaming.
He just laughed out loud.
Yeah.
Just laughed like, ha ha ha. You wish in your dreams. Ha ha.
Yeah. So run me back like to like your first track ever.
First song was called Society.
Okay.
Society.
I haven't heard that one. Is it out or?
Oh man, no. It's on SoundCloud, YouTube. But
okay. It's really your first track.
First track ever.
All
yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah. Like I found the beat on BeatStars, and then I was one of my first inspirations in music was actually Jaden Smith. Surprisingly,
Okay.
Like I just loved his flow, like how he like did it, and then I remember I was like literally sitting on the floor, grabbing the microphone, recording on like this like broken laptop that I had, and I was like, Society got me going crazy. And then I just put it out, and I was so excited. Like I didn't care about the lyrics, but it was like the way that I sounded. It was like, damn, like that's fire.
Yeah.
But I was making more and more music, but it was so fire when I made it. Like for me, it was like, damn, like this is so fire, but it was so trash at the same time,
Okay.
right? Like I remember I was going from Toronto to back to Ottawa, and then I took a rideshare. And
Nice.
And then I put one of my songs, my first tracks, right? And then they're like, "Oh yeah, like it's nice." And there was another guy doing rideshare, and he was like, "Oh yeah," like because he's a like, guitarist and he like knows about music. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, it sounds okay. Yeah, I like how you project your voice, whatever." Oh, thanks, guys. And then I changed it to a next song, but I don't tell him that it's my song. But I put it's like one of my songs. It's called Betrayed. And then I put it, and then there's a complete silence. And then the girl driving, she's like, "Oh, hey, can you change this? Like, oh, it sounds like so awful. Oh my gosh." And then the guitarist's like, "Yeah, man, like this sounds horrible. Like this doesn't sound good. Can you like change it?" And I was like, "Damn." And they didn't know it was me, right?
Yeah.
So it just showed me like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how long did you think it like took you to start really getting a flow of like what you're doing? Like produce, you produce and obviously sing, rap, whatever you like. You do everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How long did it take for you to like feel like you actually had a groove? Was it just like you were doing random shit?
It took me a while. Recording, it took me a while because like it's like your craft never. It always.
Yeah, it's evolving.
Yeah, it's always evolving, right? So to the point where I got a groove. I couldn't say.
Like how long did it take you to learn this stuff? Because you said you started from nothing.
Yeah. I I mean, recording. I remember I didn't know. I knew that I had to record. I learned how to record, but I never learned that in music you have to mix a song and then master a song. Like you gotta like every frequency of your vocal, you gotta perfect it. You gotta make sure it's like properly compressed, not to be so high or so low. And I never knew these stuff. Like I had to learn them because like I was like, nobody's helping me do all this. I don't want to, I didn't have money to pay someone to do this for me. So I was like, damn, I got to learn how to mix and master. So it was just on my laptop learning mixing, mastering. And I would crack everything because it was products over, worth 200, 100, 500.
I used to do the same, man.
Yeah.
I still do that shit.
Yeah, no, same, man, same. If I could, and I was a genius at cracking everything. Like I cracked, my biggest songs is all cracked. Like all the plugins, all cracked.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I did not pay for a single thing.
Legend.
Now I do. But
okay.
Before, oh man, all cracked.
Yeah.
But I think to answer the question, when I got a flow of stuff, I feel like after a year maybe, because I wouldn't produce. Like I try to produce, but then I was like, no, like this is so hard. I don't like it at all. And then one day I was in my shower, just randomly in my shower.
That's when you make good shit though.
Oh,
I think of great ideas in the shower too.
Dude, same. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm in the shower and then a voice came to my head and was like, yo, you gotta start producing. And after that, I was like, I gotta start producing. And I started producing. Beats were awful, but in the moment, it was like, damn, like I made this. Like,
yeah,
it was like I don't know, it's like a little drive I had.
Yeah, but, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so like now everybody knows you as the viral guy, and maybe you're trying to like get out of that TikTok like thing. So, but I'm so curious because like it's insane to me like how you could get that many views. Like that's mind blowing. Is it mind blowing for you,
dude? It's crazy because like everything is happening while being in quarantine, right? So I don't really see what's happening. I just see numbers. So it's like, if you look at like the sound on TikTok, like they call me Tiagz. Let's grab They Call Me Tiagz as an example. That had 2 sounds with like 2 million videos made.
That's insane.
And you look at the top videos, it's videos with 50 million, 10 million, like 20 million. And that's just the top videos. And then it goes down to like 5 million, 6 million, 1 million, 1 million. That's so many people.
Like, I know, because I was telling Jordan, I'm like, I think like I looked at it, it's like 1.9 million people made a video of that sound. Like that's just mind blowing. Like then that means how many people have listened to it. Like I can't even fathom. Like how many
crazy.
How many views is it on your TikTok?
How many?
Like they call me Tiago.
Like how many videos?
How many views is it on your like when you posted it?
Oh, when I posted it,
because I know on Spotify it's like 80 something million. It's
like
it's
10,
absolutely
20.
wild.
I think 27 million. Yeah, it's insane. I think because I signed a record deal and Epic Records, that's the label I signed with. They made a calculation and apparently it's like over 5 billion listens. Apparently, yeah.
Wow,
insane.
Like in your wildest dreams, I mean, I would have never thought it would happen. Like for me, if I were to do something like that, like 5 billion people hearing your sound,
it's crazy because like every time I drop a song, it was a failure. So I got so used to it. But when it started to actually take off, it was one of the feelings that I can't describe it. It's like I'll never feel that again. I feel because it's just so mind blowing.
I would like were you refreshing your phone every like 4 seconds? 'Cause that's what I would have been doing.
Oh man, I remember I was at work the first time I went viral, and and then my boy was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" It's like, "Dude, look," and then and I had like an iPhone 6, I think 7, and then it was just crashing, like it was just
wow,
crazy.
Like it's like run me through how you made that track though.
The Tiagz one?
Yeah.
So I made a beat. I made a beat, and then I was like, yo, this beat is fire. Like I was like, oh, I just made a random beat. It's like, oh, this beat is fire. Then the next day, I go on TikTok and people are tagging me on a video, and it's like this girl singing, "Excuse me, her name is Margot. No, Margot, no, and I'm like, oh, sick. And then people are like telling me like, oh, make a song with this, make a song with this. And then I'm like, and I started to look at the video and I'm like, why is this viral? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just like a simple "excuse me, her name is Margot." And then I saw a video of a producer and he like grabbed it and tried to make a beat with it. And I saw that and I'm like, yo, like, I feel like I could do better. Like, I feel like I could kill it. So the beat that I made yesterday, I just put it and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to grab the intro, just stick it there in the intro. And then when it came to recording the song, it was like, "Excuse me, her name is Margot." And in my head, I was like, yo, I don't know why this person is viral. Like, I just don't know. So I was like, well, they call me Tiago. So I was like, they call me Tiago. And then I stopped recording. Then I looked at there's this page called Rhyme Zone and it gives you rhymes. So I just put Tiago and then no, it was Margot. It was Margot. So I was like, I don't know who's Margot. So I say, I don't know who's Margot. And then I looked at Margot and I'm like looking at rhymes. I'm like, Lotto. Oh, Lotto. I just hit this Lotto because I went viral like previously. And then I looked at, oh, cargo. I'm building up my cargo. And now that I gotta go. And then I finished the whole process of making that song. I listened to it and I was like, yo, like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like how my voice sounds in it. The beat is dope, but I don't know. I just don't like it. But I learned that to always, like, don't overjudge your content. Just put it out, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put it out. I put it out and I remember I was like cringing almost. Like, I don't like how this sounds. No. And dude, I put it out. Then the Margot girl, she like used it. It's like, oh, this is fire. So I was like, oh shit. And then it got 6 million views. And then another person used it. I remember I was working out in my basement. And then people tagged me under Dixie D'Amelio, Charlie D'Amelio's sister. She's like probably the biggest on TikTok. And I see she uses it. And I'm like, yo, I've seen this pattern before with my previous viral song. I was like, yo, this is going viral. And then I see Charlie D'Amelio use it like 2 times. And I'm like, that's a wrap. And then it just blew up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy.
How did, like, TikTok pays now, but was it paying back then?
TikTok wasn't paying me, man. But music was. Music was paying.
Like Spotify streams.
Apple streams, iTunes, every platform.
Every platform
that
besides
was
TikTok was paying.
Yeah. And it was crazy because it was going viral, but like the revenue doesn't come, like it has like a 2-month delay. So it doesn't come right away. And then after 2 months, I was like, what the, like, because when I was making music, it was never about money. Like, it was like, I don't care about money. Like, I really just want to, like, be big. Like, that's what I want. And then I saw the revenue, and I was like,
it's a bag.
Whoa. Yeah. I was like, whoa. Like, I was like, what? Like, music, I was amazed. It was 6 figures. It was, but like, it was
from your streams from all the platforms.
Yeah.
On that one track.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So, but your intention was never to go viral.
My intention was to go viral, but it was not to make money at all.
Okay, was to go viral. And do you find like on TikTok, like, is it like random shit that goes viral?
Yeah.
Like, you can't control it, can you?
I don't think you can control it, but you can use, because back in the day, back in 2020, it was a very trending platform. It was very trend based. So like, if there was a trend, everybody does a trend, and you get views from the trend. So what I was doing, it was like I was grabbing these like random sounds, and I was just incorporating it in the song. So the algorithm just it's like I tricked the algorithm into pushing that. So yeah,
like you did one with like a ping pong ball or something like that.
The what? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the ping pong.
look.
Yeah. That was also
This
a
is
trend.
random as hell.
Random, and that was also a trend, and it
Yeah,
did well. Yeah.
it's just so like now. Do you is that something you're focusing on, or like is there pressure for you to like keep doing that, or your mindset has changed a little bit?
In the beginning, like there was a lot of pressure because then I had like the label, I had the management, like it was so many different opinions just to create something.
It
So,
feels forced a little bit.
man, yeah, it was such a writer's block. It was like, oh, like I'd make something, I'd show them, and it's like, oh, not good enough, and I'm like, yo, what, like I don't
Yeah.
even want to make music.
Yeah,
So it was a lot of pressure, and also pressure from like dropping music and having the audience. Maybe this is not gonna be as big as the viral songs, but then 2 years passed, and then I had like my friend tell me like bro, you're not dropping music. Like I'm not even dropping music. So I was like, yo, you know what? Like I really just, and then I started to just watch videos, and the videos were like Russ, like he was saying, like don't care about the outcome, just put it out because you never know where it's gonna go in 2 years, 3 years, you never know. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like wrap all that like insecurity, fear, whatever, just throw it out the window and then start doing like my own thing. So now I'm like completely like no manager, no label, just have lawyers, of course, but and I can't. Well, that's more like business. But
yeah.
if not, it's just like my creativity is like me. Like
I feel like that's number one, man. That like that's number one is your creativity.
yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
know,
because
at the end of the day, it's representing you.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly. Because it was weird because like I would make music, but then the label would be like, "Oh, you're not a rapper. You're a pop star. You're pop," and I'm
Yeah.
like, and then my manager would be a little bit like, "Oh, like, what is Tiagz? You gotta represent. You gotta do like." He didn't really tell me like, "Oh, do this," but he was like, "Oh, what?" He was trying to like
Mold you into something.
mold me, and he was explaining mold me in order to sell me, but it's like I make so many genres and stuff like that it's like I even told him like I am me, whatever I do will be me, you know, like I'm not trying to act like me. I am me and I make the music type thing,
Yeah.
you know. So
Good for you, man. Good for you.
thank you.
All right, let's take like a 2-second break. We can refill that OJ, and then
Yeah.
let's come back. I gotta talk to you more about the LA life now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
all right, we'll be
For
back.
sure.
All right, so we're back. Thanks again for coming on the podcast, man. Tiagz, it's been an honor so far. So
I appreciate it, man.
let's keep this convo going. I want to hear like how overwhelming for you was it when you like first went viral? Like, was it just like I told you I couldn't fathom, but like how fast was it? Like, were people reaching out to you? Like, I saw you did some like talk shows and stuff like that. Like, how did it all transpire? Was it like instant?
It was instant, but it was like gradually.
Like day by day, one other person.
Day by
would
day,
come.
there was something new. Yeah, I could say that. Yeah, because at first I went viral for just a video, and that was like the first wave where like I had a lot of. That's where my manager at first reached out. At first I ignored him, but then he kept reaching out, and then we ended up talking. But the first wave, it's crazy because it's like a structure. It's like it happens kind of like people have like the similar story. Like at first viral video, it's like one wave where a lot of independent labels will reach out. A lot of like, you know, managers, lawyers. And then the second wave, I had the song go viral. When I had the song go viral, that was like another wave where now lawyers are reaching out. A lot of artists reaching out. Like they have like, you know, like 400K verified, 500K verified. And labels, a few labels reach out. Like I had my first label that reached out was Republic Records. Then it was Alamo Records. They're under Republic's under Universal. Alamo, I don't quite. I'm not quite familiar. Um, and then it just kept going. Then I had Epic Records, and I had Columbia Records, and then the second wave, which was They Call Me Tiago. That's when like, just all the labels reached out. Def Jam was the only one that didn't, but every single label. Lot of influencers, artists.
So it is overwhelming.
It is. It's
like, how do you respond?
I even had I don't know if you're familiar with King Batch.
Yes, I do. I do know him. He's an OG YouTuber.
Yeah. When he reached out, it was crazy to me. Like, I was like, damn,
that's
King
crazy.
Batch reaching out. I remember DJ Snake posted my song and tagged me in his story. I lost it. I was like, that's DJ Snake.
Yeah,
that's
wow.
DJ Snake. Oh, and then I also had Celine reach out. It's like a fashion company.
That's just hype, man. That's just nice.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
It's crazy, and but yeah, it is overwhelming. Like, I was like, holy, like,
yeah.
It's
How does the business of like record labels work? Like, how do you make money? How does the label make money?
Yeah, so what a label does is, like, a label will give you, a label's like a bank, right? Let's say you're going viral. Let's say, in my situation, I have like 3-4 viral songs that are going viral. The label will come to me and give me an advance. So the advance will be like money for me up front. And then they will give you a recording budget, which requires, it gives you money for like recording sessions, features, studio time.
Oh, nice.
Anything like that. And then they will also market your music. So they will put money behind your music to like push it on TikTok or Spotify, put you on playlists. They have like, or radio. Radio is a big connection that they have. And they will push your song. So let's say hypothetically they gave me $100,000 for one song. They expect to make that $100,000 back by promoting the song that I dropped with them, or the album deal. Like, let's say it's a deal of one album. From that one album, they are expecting to get back those $100,000. Once that's recouped, then I will start getting, depending on the deal, I'll start getting 20% off the song, and the label makes 80% off the song.
Royalties.
Okay. Yeah. So, that's,
they make you big, and then I guess like artists now, it's like you do shows. That's how that's.
Yeah.
That's,
Because
are they involved with shows?
They're not. Well, in the deal that I had, it said like if I'm making more than $1 million in the show, they gain a percentage.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a bag.
Yeah. I mean, for a show, yeah.
Yeah. So like, they want you to succeed really as much as you want it. Would you say?
Because if you succeed, it benefits them. But if they see that somehow you're not hot or something like that, that's when like they're like, okay, we should focus on these artists.
Like, they can pull the plug pretty quick.
Yeah, because there's always a new artist going viral on TikTok every week, right?
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes, a lot of the times, they'll sign a song but not the artist, because the song is going viral.
Oh,
that's an issue on TikTok. It's like there's a lot of songs going viral but not a lot of artists,
because it's hard to repeat and keep it consistent.
Hard to repeat, and sometimes the song is going viral but nobody has a clue on who the artist is. And that was probably one of the most common things that I had.
Okay.
Was like, I can confidently say I can go to any person and play them the song and be like, do you know this song? They will know the song. But a lot of the times they won't know the artist.
Yeah. I saw you had a video about that. Like, you were making fun of it.
Yeah.
Like you were playing it to somebody else, and then like they didn't think it was you.
Yeah. And then the reaction. It was the Omegle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Does like, I'm asking this because it would have happened to me, but I'm curious for you. Like, did you ever let the virality and the quick fame get to your head?
Um, you know, at it's funny because like at the moment, I didn't feel like it got to my head.
Okay.
But then when I look back at like my videos at the club or whatever, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was really going, you know, at some moments I was really going like kind of Hollywood, you know.
Yeah.
But I
don't blame you.
I thank
I
you.
really don't, man.
But I always stay like
You're a
super
really humble guy.
Yeah, when I talk to people, I always had the same respect. The only thing that I went like kind of crazy on was, you know, just popping bottles, going out, chains,
I see you got a couple
cars. Huh?
I see you got a couple on
Oh
low
yeah,
key,
yeah,
low key.
this one, but this one is like a low key one.
That's a low key one.
Yeah. I mean,
What's
not
that?
really low key. It's like a flex, but not really.
Okay, I
not
need to get
real.
myself a chain.
Huh?
I really want to get myself a chain. You have a hookup or what? You're
Uh,
LA or what?
Miami actually.
Miami. That's where you go.
I got my chain in Miami. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's broken. Do you have a hookup for repair?
No, I don't have any chains.
I need a repair. It broke.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. No. I really want one, but they're pricey, man. And like I don't know where the hell I'm gonna wear them to. Like drop off my kid at daycare.
I mean, I heard it's a good investment. Like, you know.
No, it's pretty good. I like watches.
Oh, wow.
I like watches. I feel like those are pretty good investment because they go up in value. And if you have papers and stuff like
it's
that.
just tough wearing a watch. Like I heard that, you know, wearing a watch like in LA, for example, like
Really?
people will take it. Yeah.
Okay, let's run LA. Like, are you LA boy now or what's up?
I still feel Canadian though,
Okay.
but am I LA boy? What do you say? Yeah,
You're LA boy?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm an LA boy.
How was when did you officially move to LA?
Like 6 months ago, maybe, because I'm always going back and forth.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So, like, I have a place that I'm renting there, but
like when you popped off, did you just be like, all right, labels are coming after me, I'm going LA?
Oh no, it took me a while. It took me a while because it was mostly because of my dog, because she's like growing old.
Yeah.
And you know, spending time with the dog, because after so that kept me here. But I was spending so much on Airbnbs. Like I would spend like for a whole month like 4,000 just like that, and I'm like, damn, like this is too much. So I found like a very convenient spot with 2 other producers, and they have a studio in the house and everything, which is great. So
that's perfect.
Yeah, no, it's super chill, super chill.
So you get to LA, you don't know anybody.
I got to LA, I didn't know anybody. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so like, what do you do? Like, were you signed back then?
No.
So you just walking around?
Because they Epic Records actually flew me out to LA to for the deal, right? So and a lot of labels wanted to sign me, so I was in LA, met up with my manager. Then we started talking. He like brought me to the record labels, and then I'm like meeting every single label. That was the first time in LA, and then I flew back to Canada, and then COVID happened. Yeah,
oh,
and quarantine, everything shut down. Yeah.
So you got all this attention before COVID.
It was like right
before
people were talking about it, but it wasn't like a pandemic.
Yeah. And then you still went back through the pandemic, like back and forth?
So I went back, and then I had the thing with Celine, and it was in Paris. And I had to fly there, but since, you know, the pandemic, but they had to write like a business letter, like saying like, oh, you know, he's working with us, whatever. So there, I was able to fly. But I think going to LA, I had to wait a little bit before it got cleared up, and then I went back to LA. Okay.
You got any cool LA stories for me? I've never been, so I do want to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's like LA is like I feel like LA is like a big high school, right? You have the nerdy kids, you have the cool kids, you have the crazy kids. It's like a high school, right? I had a situation where I was with I I met 2 producers at the club, and they were all like, yo, we're going to make hits. We're going to make hits. And these guys work with, like, Anuel, like, big Latin artists. Like these guys are legit, right? It's like, no, man, like, yo. Then a guy introduces us to them, and he's like, no, man, yeah, we're going to work, whatever. And I'm like, all right. So we pull out of the club. It's 2 a.m., and then they're like, hey, yo, like, we're going to Skrillex's studio. Like, you got to come, whatever. And then it's like 2 a.m., and I'm looking at my boy, and I'm like, yo, like I got to sleep. I got to work out tomorrow. But then I was like, nah, bro, like, we got to go, right? And so we go. And then we show up, and then apparently we can't get in, whatever. So then we go to another studio. We end up in that studio. Then they start playing the unreleased, like, Anuel shit. And then I'm listening. I'm like, oh, fire. He's like, yeah, man. Like, so there's 2 producers. There's one guy and then the other. Let's just call them black shirt and white shirt.
All right.
So black shirt is, like, all on me, like, yo, man. And with his, like, Latino accent, yo, we're going to make a hit. Yo, like, don't worry, man. Like, yo, like, we got this. And then white shirt is just, like, sitting there just like that,
It's fucking intimidating.
just not doing, just like he had like a chair, you know, those gaming chairs.
Oh,
like
okay.
You
Over
don't
your
even
head.
see the guy. Yeah, like literally just like that, just like that. It's like, and then I start playing my stuff, like I play some Latin stuff, and then black shirt's like, yo, man, you're talented. I believe in you. Let's do it. Yo, we got this. And then he starts playing beats, right? So he grabs one laptop, right? He starts playing the beats, and I'm like, I don't like any of them. Then Blackshirt puts, like, his laptop, and then he plays, and I'm like, oh, this is fire, whatever. So I pick a beat, and then, like, yeah, and then he's, like, still coming at me. I'm like, man, we're going to make a hit. Like, don't worry.
Yeah.
Then Wisher's still there. And then as soon as, like, I'm flowing on the song, Wisher just, like, stops it. And we're, like, there's probably, like, 8-10 people in the studio. We're just chilling, right? Then he just stops the music. And then he turns around and he looks at me. He's like, so are you going to pay for it? And I'm like, what? Are you going to pay for the beat? You want me? Usually how it works, it's like, usually in the music industry, how it works is like you make a song, and when you drop it, that's when business comes. But this guy was like, are you going to pay for it right now or no? It's like, oh, like I usually, you know, I record on it, and if I like it, like I'll drop it. And then he looks at his bro with the black shirt. He's like, see, if he likes it, he's gonna drop it. Nah, man. And he just starts ranting about artists not paying. Well, it's like, yo, we did all this. We work with the top. We work with Anuel. We got in these shows. And then he starts getting so personal, just talking about his family. He's like, yo, like I have a daughter. I didn't even want her. So my mother, my crazy psycho bitch mother, is crazy psycho bitch baby mama just going off on. And I'm like, what? And then I'm just like, and then he starts asking me questions like, so you sign? And I'm like, yeah, I signed a deal with Epic Records. Cause like he ranted, so he's like, I think he feels kind of bad because I just didn't react.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he's like, how much they pay you? And then I just keep silence. He's like, 100K? And then I'm just like with a little voice, I'm like, oh, more. 500K? And I'm like, more. And then he goes like up, and I'm like, yeah, around that. And he's like, son of a bitch. And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like, and then he started getting a little nicer. He's like, you know, you remind me of my friend. He said like Julio. I don't know, something. You remind me of my friend. You dress like a superstar. You're a superstar. Yeah. And then at the end of the session, he's like, okay, like, you know, let's schedule tomorrow and we'll run through it, whatever.
Damn.
Okay, and then we leave, and I'm like, hey man, like, you know, me Canadian all night. Like, hey man, like, sorry, like I didn't mean to. So we go back home, and my boy just starts ranting like, bro, Tiago, I was gonna fucking punch the shit out of him. Like, holy fuck, I was gonna beat the. And I'm like, and then I'm like, yo, like I don't even want to go. Like I don't even want to go. So I send him like a message, hey man. I know it was awkward because bro, he like just cut the vibe off. So I was like, yeah, man. I was like, hey man, like, it was just weird, whatever. So, like, I'd rather not do the session. And then we just left it there. But these guys are, like, Grammy-nominated producers. And that was a situation that occurred. But
there's probably many characters out in L.A.
Man, I remember
so much shit.
I don't know if you're familiar with L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid?
He's a black guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I also had a situation with him. And this was, by the way, those two producers, like, I still have, like, my respect for them.
Yeah,
I just
cool.
want to mention it. Not talking smack, not giving out names either, but, like, I just want to mention, like, I still have respect for them, even though the situation was weird. But, okay, back to L.A. Reid. My lawyer, before I sign a record deal with Epic Records, he sends me to Hitco. Hitco is L.A. Reid's label. So to give a little bit of context, L.A. Reid signed like 21 Savage, Usher, DJ Khaled, like Jennifer Lopez, and he like found all these artists and signed them, right? So they send me to Hitco, the label. So I come in and then they're all cool, nice, whatever. And then suddenly they bring us to like this huge room. It's like a huge table. You know how like those offices in the movies, it's like the huge table,
huge
whatever.
Big boardrooms.
Yeah. And then suddenly this guy calls everybody from the building, and then everybody from the building just sitting there. And then L.A. Reid comes in, like he's like a character, like he just comes in, like, and then like sits in the like the boss chair, and he's like, it's just like, we're ready, and I'm like, what's going on? And then the guy beside me, he's like, so how it works is like people perform for L.A. Reid, and then from there he sees if they sign you and everything, and then I'm like, yo, like. In my mind, I'm like, I never performed in my life. Like, what is he? Like, I've never performed. And he's like, oh, like. Then I look at my manager sitting beside L.A. Reid, and he's like,
let's go.
So I'm like, and then I tell everybody, hey guys, you know, I'm gonna perform my song, but I'm just gonna dance to it because like I've never really performed, so I'm just gonna dance. So they play my unreleased song, and then I just start, like, dancing and stuff. Then I do a levitating my hat and shit. And then everybody just go crazy. I see L.A. Reid, like, whoa, like, just crazy. And then they send me to another room, but they keep my manager. And then 10 minutes later, my manager comes in. He's like, hey, man, so they want to sign you. Like, they want to sign you, and they don't want you to leave the building until you sign. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, yeah, man, that's apparently how L.A. Reid works. And I'm like, oh, but I got to look over the contract or whatever. It's like, no, man, that's how. So they keep me there for a while, and then they bring me back. And then I tell the people, like, hey, like, can I at least, like, speak to L.A. Reid? And me, I'm clueless. I don't know who anyone is. Like, L.A. Reid, never heard of the guy. But I know he's like an executive producer or whatever. It's, like, high up. So he comes in, he's like, yeah, man, what's going on? And I'm like, okay, so I just want to know, like, what do you want from me? Like, what do you, like, I'm just straight up, like, what do you, like, want from me? Like, what do you, like, who are you? What have you done? Because, like, I'm not really familiar. And then he starts laughing, like, ha, ha, ha. And then it just starts explaining what he did. And then I'm like, okay, so we decided, like, okay, we're going to do it. My manager was asking for $1 million, and then he ended up not doing that deal for some reason, because apparently like L.A. Reid signs people like
right
when they enter
there.
right there without lawyer, just there. But yeah, that's how it happened. Can I use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah. Go to the bathroom.
Don't mind.
We'll cut. We'll be back in a second.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so we're back. I just want to finish off on that LA vibe. So now that you're in LA, you come back like every couple months, you'd say?
Yeah. So I'll spend a month, 2 months over there, and then here I'll spend like a month, 2 weeks, something like that.
It's mostly like visiting your family.
Yeah.
Because they're all still here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I mean, like, I guess you can't complain about LA weather, but like, like, yeah, it was like -5 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but honestly, I spent I spent 2 months over there. Dude, I was kind of complaining about the cold at night. It gets pretty cold. gets pretty cold.
Don't tell me you're switched off to like Fahrenheit. No, now.
No, I don't. Still don't get it till this day. Yeah,
Your girlfriend do you tell her? Oh, it's 10 degrees. She's like, what?
Yeah.
Do you still think in Canadian dollars?
Do I what?
Do you still think like Canadian dollars?
No, US dollars.
You're US guy.
Dude, I came here. I looked at the price. I bought like 5 things in Walmart, and I'm like, what? Like, that's so expensive. And then I'm like, oh wait, it's Canadian dollars.
That's cheap. And when we go to the States, it's expensive, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, the exchange rate is crazy. So
no, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. So like, for like artists like you, what are like the revenue streams usually? So you mentioned like all the streaming platforms, and now TikTok pays. Like, do people like you like focus on like brand deals? Is that how you make like extra revenue? Like, what do you dabbling into to like increase that?
For me, it's more on the streaming side, Spotify, and all that. And sometimes I'll get brand deals. I had a situation where I got Chevrolet. I did a brand deal with Chevrolet, which was pretty sick. Do
you focus on brand deals?
Yeah, so I personally don't, because I was very fortunate to have a situation where I was able to, make like a lot of money in 2020, and I was able to invest like a big majority of it. So right now I'm in a situation where I'm focusing more on just like being creative and just making music, and putting it out and using what I have to like promote that music. But like if I look at my email right now, like I have so many brands reach out for brand deals, but
you're not really like interested in that?
Read them.
Really?
I think I should take a little bit more in consideration, but it's just like,
I think it would help your following too, right? Because if they've got a good following and you're on there, it could bring you something.
Yeah,
right?
It's just like, for example, there was like a vape brand, but I don't vape, so it's like I like to stay true to who I am in terms of branding. I don't want to be just a sellout, and every post is like a branding post,
Oh, that's annoying. You see that a lot.
Oh man, yeah. But I believe like being patient and building brand, because I believe like in the future, like the brand deal is gonna be 10x. Once I get to that spot, I always value like attention over trying to get like a quick bag type thing.
Okay.
And that's always helped in my situation. But it depends on people, Some people just want the bag, right? So
so what are you invested in?
Stocks,
crypto?
and crypto.
Like Bitcoin,
Ethereum.
That's just so stressful though.
Dude, yeah, man. Like, I don't know, recently like I pulled quite a lot out.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I'm following also like little courses here and there to just know what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Or real estate. That's something that I'm missing out on.
Yes, you gotta invest in real estate, because real estate's a good, like, I'm not biased about it just because I sell it, but it over time it grows. Yeah, you won't make a quick bag like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But I mean, unless you bought it like COVID, but it's over time, in 10 years, 15 years, yeah.
Dude, I heard like, don't you need like a whole like team to be doing real estate?
No. And if you just want to buy real estate, you don't need a team. Like, I would be your agent technically, right? If you're in Ottawa, and then you would buy a piece of real estate, and then you'd rent it out, and then you'd collect rent, and then over time it would double, triple, hopefully, and then there you go, right? I think I'm biased because I'm more. It's more safe in my opinion, because I sell real estate. I am biased, but it's definitely not a quick bag like Bitcoin or stocks.
Yeah, I always aim for long-term investments.
Yeah, like long-term wealth is really where it can be sustainable. You're not gambling your money away.
How long have you been doing real estate?
I've been doing it for 10 years, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 11 years actually. So yeah, I know. I'm 32, so.
Damn,
I just turned young. Yeah, you're younger than me.
25. Yeah.
So I'm old. But no, it's treated me well, man. So if we could chat offline about real estate for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I see you're jack as fuck. So how long you been in the gym for, man?
I've been working out. I think now it's been like 7 years probably. Because I was a very skinny.
Consistently.
Yeah, consistently. I was a
Very
very
skinny
skinny
guy.
kid. Very skinny guy. Yeah, it took
Like,
me a
what
while.
would you start at?
Pardon?
Like, would you start? Like, how much did you weigh?
Ooh, I don't know.
Like 125.
I don't know. I think it was like 62 kilograms. I don't know how much.
You're a kilogram guy.
Yeah, because of
Belgium.
Belgium.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Man, you're all over the place. You're like kilogram and Celsius, not US dollars. It's like, damn.
Yeah, man, it's a whole mix.
All right, so like, it's taking over your life though, man. Like, I see you
Dude,
on
a
your
lot.
feed and stuff like that. It's like you're a gym guy.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit scared because like people are reaching out to me, but not for music. It's like,
They're like,
dude, like like you motivate me to go to the gym. Like honestly, respect. I'm like, damn, am I in the pathway to become a
gym bro.
gym bro fitness trainer? But no, I just feel like the gym has sets disciplines that are that I incorporate in my daily life. Like when I'm making a song and I gotta finish a song and I don't feel like finishing, the discipline that I have in the gym automatically just makes me finish that song. Like those little things like that, just yeah.
Okay.
And dealing with uncomfort. Like for example, like today I had a leg day, super uncomfortable, but I got so it's like I like the uncomfort now. So when I'm making a song and it's like I'm trying to find the sound but I can't, it's like the gym has me like pushing for it.
Yeah.
So
do you find that like like you said, yeah, it helps you with your music. Do you find that like it helps you like mental health too?
oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
1000%.
It gives you brings you some like peace and comfort. And
Yeah.
it's just like a safe place to go.
Yeah, 100%. And also confidence wise, talking wise, it's like people also respect you a little bit more. Like when they see, like when I enter a room, I just like, I don't know. And when I like speak, it's like I don't know. I just feel jacked.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
Do you diet too?
I just eat a lot. Like I'll eat a lot.
So you're trying to gain right now.
Yeah.
You're trying to build.
Yeah. So I just I'll eat like meat, chicken, or fish every day with a big chunk of pasta.
You're counting macros and all that. So
Not even, man. I just eat a lot.
Okay, because you're skinny build naturally,
Yeah.
so you're trying. It's like, you're not trying to like ever lose weight.
Exactly. Like I will always I always had abs. So
I couldn't say the
if
same.
like let's say if I were to eat McDonald's after this, like it wouldn't be like a big deal type thing. Like
Okay, you got a good metabolism.
Yeah.
You're
I just
still
gotta eat a lot.
25, so like yeah.
Yeah.
I wish, man. So like, okay, PRs. What are they?
Damn, they're
Wanna
trash,
hear?
man.
Trash? Come on, no.
PRs, 3 plates each side for squats.
Okay.
2 plates bench.
Okay.
Just 1 rep though.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Do you deadlift?
No, I don't deadlift.
Okay.
No.
I'm asking you these questions. I don't even fucking go to the gym. I just. That's funny. Yeah.
But
But now it's like your daily routine. It's like, and how like you've been taking it seriously for 7 years, or like
no,
last couple years?
Cause like I would go out on weekends. Like I would train 5 times a week, so from Monday to Friday, and then Friday, Saturday I'd go party. Now it's like 6 days a week, and it's like I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to the gym, come back, and I work on music till nighttime, like till 4 a.m. Like that's my schedule. Like even in LA, like I'll work out, do all this, and then when there's an event, I'll adapt my schedule. But no, it's mainly just been like making the music, going to the gym, and then making the music. Yeah. I just feel like I gotta cut down the time at the gym because sometimes I spend like too much time.
Yeah, you told me 5 hours at the max.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell
Well,
are you doing
like,
there?
Also talking and shit.
Okay.
Like, I also get a little bit of sometimes approached, and then people ask me questions.
Yeah, you seem like a really humble and honest guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy too.
I like to be,
I
yeah.
could see you talking to people at the gym.
Thank you. But
Typical workout though, an hour and a half.
pardon?
A typical workout like an hour and a half.
Oh no, more.
More? Bro,
Like a short workout's 2 hours minimum.
like no talking.
No talking, 2 hours. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that is a lot.
It's a lot.
Oh my goodness. And I want to talk about like your hair too, because that's kind of dope.
Oh yeah.
I heard you talk about like.
It's kind of messy right now. So
Oh, it's all good. No, it looks dope.
Thank
I heard you talk about like branding, because that's part of your brand.
yeah.
You got like green or blue.
Blue.
That's part of the
Blue,
branding.
blue.
That like it's like green or is that green or blue?
No, it's blue.
It's blue?
It's supposed to be blue. That's why it's
okay,
like, it's under construction.
Okay, blue and yellow.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
got you. How hard is it to do it? Like the
Man.
hair.
You know, it's easy, but now, man, bleaching, it burns my skull, man. It like I
Yeah.
can't take it.
Like it actually messes with your head.
Oh man, like
Literally.
I remember last time she was doing it. Oh, dude, I was suffering. Like it's like a
Like pain?
pain, man. Like just on your, it's like this burning. It's like lava. Just,
Have you considered like a wig or something?
dude, I might actually, man.
Like you can make some Tiagz wigs, and they'd be like
Damn.
blue and yellow. That's
Blue and
you call that
yellow
yellow, right?
yellow.
Okay, blue and yellow. And then you can sell those.
Yo.
But that shit burns, eh?
Oh man.
Okay, so you have to bleach
Yeah.
because you got dark hair. I know. So
Yeah, very dark hair.
Ah, man, I got dark hair too, man.
It's a pain, man.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
And then what? How did you decide to like split it in the middle?
Yeah.
Branding
So
thing?
to split it, I was talking with my boy, and then we were gonna do all blue, but then I was like, oh, what if I do a split dye? Because I don't want to just be like one color, right? I wanted something like super unique, and we decided, oh, let's do split dye. So split dye was, I wanted silver and blue at first, but then he ended up doing yellow and blue. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna.
And it's always been like that.
It's always been like that since.
You don't like switch it up for Christmas or something?
That's
St.
funny.
Patrick's Day or something,
Dude, maybe I should, man. Maybe
You
I
should.
be a
Like, that's their
little
brand. Like
creative.
I heard you say it somewhere else. Like that's their brand, man. Like split
Yeah.
dye.
Damn.
Yeah.
Then rock a wig. Shit,
The
like
wigs
a
are
mohawk
kinda
wig and
crazy.
stuff. Damn.
So I want to like going back to like music. I don't know. That was some pretty jokes, but yeah, music. Like, I want to hear about your first festival, because like I saw you were at the High Festival, and that was like your first performance, and I saw your
Yeah.
interview with that. How the hell do you go from like I never performed to I'm at this festival? Like how does that work?
Bro. It,
Aren't you
Dude.
nervous?
oh man, I was the most nervous, man. I was cause I was sick too that day. I was so sick, just coughing. And I remember my tour guy, he was like, man, like the festivals that work out the best are the ones that end up, like I don't know, like a mic doesn't work like right before the show. Like those are usually the best shows. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just like preparing mentally. And then but what I realized is like this festival, it's like their music is like kind of hard. It's like, Ski Mask, Denzel Curry, Snot, Suicide Boys. Like this is some hard shit, right? So I remember I was like there, and then it's like, oh, you're ready. You're next. And I'm like, oh shit. So I just see so many people, like so many heads, like it was like 20,000 people probably. There's so many heads. And then I come out, but it's like I'm on some like Latin song, right? So I get out there, and then I start performing. Dude, the first song, everybody quiet. Just imagine like 20,000 people just looking at you. Just, man, it was like, in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this and then go. Like, what's the worst that can happen now? I'm just here. Everybody's just, and the second song I put was My Heart Went Oops.
Oh, that's such a
Bro.
dope track, man.
Thank you. But crowd
Because they know that track.
No, crowd didn't go crazy. Crowd was.
They didn't know that track.
They knew it, but it's like the crowd was dead.
Okay.
Dead. So I was like, damn. Then I played the third song. Crowd is dead. And I played the fourth one, which was Muffins in the Freezer.
That's a dope track too.
Yo, thank you. And people were going crazy for that. And I'm like, that's like the song that I least expected for them to go crazy. But then I started dancing and shit. They went crazy. Then I played a dance song. It went crazy. And then they called me Tiago. It was dope. And yeah, that was my experience.
That's a crazy first performance. Like, I don't think many artists could say like that's where they perform first. Like, you know.
No.
Most of the time, it's like at a local bar.
Yeah.
A local club, something like that, right? So
I mean, I did perform at this Ottawa thing one time, but it wasn't like my first like festival. Like this was like just a little show. It was like probably like 20 people.
Yeah.
But it was that, and then it was the festival. Yeah.
So like what to finish off, like what's next for Tiagz? Like you planning on obviously putting up more music, not holding back, you know?
Yeah.
Not being too self-conscious about it. Are you gonna do more shows? Like what's next for you, man?
Yeah, so next for me is like put out music and get another moment, to be honest. Like really make the music, because before I used to make music, but it's like I never really like I wasn't like as excited about it. But now the music that I've been making, I'm like, oh, this is fire. Like I'm actually liking what I'm making. So now it's just build up, post the music. I'm in a very grateful place where I can I can fund my own music. So
that is really nice.
Yeah,
so I feel like a lot of people struggle with that, right? They end up doing stuff, like you said, selling out or doing stuff that they don't actually really want to do.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, especially in the beginnings, man, because like, you know, nobody knows you. You're competing with all these people. TikTok, it's failed now. You know, there was a lot of organic reach. Now it's a little bit less. No, just keep. I feel like, you know, making great music and also like marketing. Like marketing, I know that I'm really, really good at it, and I know like what, like I kind of see what's going on. Like I have to see what's going on TikTok in order for me to know my next move. For example, the AI thing.
Yeah, that
was me. Oh, AI is trending right now. I need to market with using AI. I need to do something with AI. So I kind of know how to use culture in order to push certain type of things. And I believe like the music will bring its fruits to what I need to do next type thing. So I'm more focused on the now and like what I gotta do now. And I'm pretty sure like after I have another moment, more shows are gonna come, more interviews are gonna come, and then just bring everything to that next level.
So you do want to perform more?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So I find like a lot of artists now, like they don't perform that much. It's all because everything is all online. Like they don't really need to. Yeah,
like I see a lot of artists, they're like pushing so much the performance route, but I rather much more do the marketing route than trying to just like get shows. Like I'm
do
not
a show every week.
Shows. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather
you could do them easily if you wanted to.
Yeah. Like I could, like I sometimes get invited to like some shows, but sometimes I don't even do them unless like maybe like I'll film that and then I'll post that on TikTok and it will go viral. Like I'm performing like my song Tiago or something like that. That will like do usually well. But no, I'm more focused like marketing. I feel like it's so different now. Like before it was like getting shows and stuff like that.
Probably like 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah, which it is a way to build an audience. But, like, for me, it's like...
Maybe not for you,
social media is so important. It's like the tool.
Are you going to bring back the vlogs or what?
I thought about it, but I don't think so because YouTube Shorts right now is, like, so... It's doing so well right now, so I want to focus more on that. But in terms of vlogging, not really. Not really. Maybe if I have something to say,
Yeah.
I'll, like, just put the camera and just talk to the audience.
Oh, that's organic. I like that.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like,
Thank you.
it's like a different side of you, right? Like
Mhm.
that people don't always get. Like, 'cause they see the music video, they see one side, and then vlogging is completely different side. I
Oh,
told you it's
man.
vulnerable, and it's. I like that. Like
Thank
when I
you.
follow
Thank
when I
you.
follow creators, artists, whatever, videographer, what all that. It's cool to see like both sides.
Thank
Yeah,
you. And it's
yeah.
crazy because, like, a lot of people that meet me, like, I had situations where, like, and I had this a lot. It's like, dude, I thought you were, like, a complete dick, but you're actually super nice. And what made me realize is, like, a lot of the viral shit that goes viral from me, it's like me just, like, you know, popping my bottle, or, like,
Yeah.
I'm just, like, talking. Because, like, when I talk on TikTok, it's like,
Different.
it's different. It's
Yeah.
just, like, another side. And then when you just meet me in person, it's like, oh my gosh, you're actually, like, super nice. Like, I didn't even realize. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are really nice.
Thank
But I
you.
expected that. Like I see you on TikTok, but I feel like just by looking at you, I was like, yeah, he's a nice guy.
oh, thank you.
I was not intimidated.
Thank you.
Yeah, in a good way.
I appreciate that. Because there's another podcast, and they were like, dude, we thought you were a dick and shit. Like, you were gonna come because, like, I was a little bit late.
Yeah.
And they said, like, dude, you're actually, like, so nice. Like, I thought you were gonna be a dick and shit. I thought you were just gonna
Yeah.
like be like this LA superstar. And I'm like, no, like, I'm just. I think the reason is why like I'm I guess, like, per se humble. It's because, like, I came from such a low place, and I know what it is to be there. And since I had all this, yeah, I do have all this, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like,
you want
the
to be
same guy.
relatable. Like it's not cool to be like super douchey.
Not
man.
anymore.
Yeah,
Not
it used to
anymore.
be, I guess. Yeah.
In LA, bro, they think it works, man. Like, I have this one guy, bro. I'll tell the story, and then
Yeah.
we can. But bro, another story of the LA thing.
Can't wait.
Man, like this guy, he's like super dope, super nice and everything. But when he goes out at events, we went to, like, this Billboard award R&B event. Bro, like, he's a complete different person when he's in public.
Oh.
Like, shades on, whatever, chains and everything. And we came out of the event. We were walking through this alley where it was, like, parking stuff. And then the security guard, who was like, hey, man, like, you're not allowed to walk there. You're not allowed to walk there. Bro, he grabbed his gum, literally threw it on his face. Just,
Oh
wow.
my goodness.
And I saw that. And I was like, no, that's crazy. And that's the whole, like, oh, like, you got to be like this. You got to be
yeah.
LA, whatever. And I had multiple people tell me that, like, bro, you can't just go up to someone and talk to them. You got to, like, you know, just stay cool, whatever. And I'm like, bro, but I'm
It's crazy.
not
We're
like
just
that.
human beings.
Yeah,
you know?
man,
Like,
yeah.
it's
It's crazy. It's
yeah. No, I'm glad you're the way you are.
Thank you, man.
Honestly, yeah, that's amazing. So I guess let's wrap it up, man. Thanks again for coming on here and, like, reaching out when you're in Ottawa. Like, I hope to see you again sometime soon when you're back.
man.
And if I ever get to LA, bet I'm gonna hit you up.
Let's
You're gonna
do it.
take me out.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna do
I'll
some
take you on
networking.
a fancy date.
Yeah. I wine and dine, baby. Let's go. For you, orange juice though.
Yes.
I'll drink the wine.
All right. 100%.
All right, man. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.